I'll be breaking down my Lana Del Rey Honeymoon bootleg because it blew up. Okay, so this is the song. There's only one automation in it. It's really simple. For a cappella, I just cut it up and made it into like 4/4 because Lana Del Rey was doing some musical stuff and just like singing offbeat. Not offbeat, just like in weird time signatures at some points of time. It's really simple. The start is just my Reese bass, a cappella, a top bass, and a percussion loop from Vengeance. This plug is nothing special. I just found like a preset and just did this. Just followed the root notes. Nothing simple. Oh, Fruity Flanger is carrying my music career, if you can call it a career. I just go to Fruity Flanger, presets, ultra fat chorus, and you get this wonderful chorus that makes most of the Sims sound so full. It works every single time. I love it so much. After you hear there's like nothing much interesting about it, I guess. It's let's go bottom up. So I have just these few Vengeance loops that are like unsidechained. They just be doing that because I don't think they're intruding too much. And it adds a bit of bounce immediately after the kick. So I didn't really want to sidechain them either. Oh, these are my basses. So these are my basses, these two. So this is the top one, the one that was in the beginning, and this is the bottom one. This is the sub. So what I did was I separated the main bass into two parts. So all I did was cut the sub into different EQs for some reason, and I took out a bit of the low mids because that's where it gets muddy. Straight into just a little bit of soft clipper. For the sub, it's just a 3/Os bass, sine waves all the way, chorus all the way down. Played it at the same notes, and so I just distorted it for some like volume and saturation. Yeah, but the high end was really annoying, so I took it out where the top bass is, and so it sits very well together. So it sounds really full. It's quite important, and if possible, to separate your main top bass and sub bass, because if you're using like presets and stuff, sometimes you can't really control the sub. So I would rather just separate it out so that you can really control how it punches. And it also helps with build-ups as well, because you can take out the sub and it will add more tension into the second part of your song. So this Reese, I really didn't do much to it. I just cut out the sub again, cut out a bit of the low mids, and sidechained it to the kick. Yeah, so it sounds really full. And so for the interesting part, it will be, I think, the vocal chop. I covered the kick. I did not cover the kick. For the kick, so the processing is actually really simple. So the regular kick is kind of boring. There's a lot of punch to it, but I wanted to give it more punch. So I added a very light wave shaper. EQ'd like the high and out because I didn't like this part, and a bit of the rumble. Here I brought in more punch with the bass and cut out the low mids. Yeah, just a little bit is really so effective. And what I love to do is put this straight into a soft clipper. The saturation really helps bring out the punch, but I can't do too much. If not, you'll lose the transient of the main hit. Yeah, so you hear how there's a lot of punch now while maintaining the main transient. If you pull the threshold down too much, you lose a lot of it, and I didn't really like that. So I like to keep it in the middle. It gives it that nice saturation distortion. So for the interesting part, it will be, I think, the vocal chop. So processing was really easy, so let's turn it all off. All I did was add a bit of chorus, so I go into Fruity Flanger, presets, ultra fat cross. I put this on all my synth. And just a bit, because at like full mix, there's a bit of like an echo. It's really good for synths, but not for vocals. This tail filter is actually what carries everything. So for like gross beat trance gates and stuff, it's really harsh. So I just drew in my own. It's really not that hard. And this is free as well. You can make it look a bit like this basic trance gator. And it's not perfect, which I think adds a lot to the feeling of the chop. Because if it's too stiff and too on grid, it doesn't sound too human made. I don't know how to explain. It's like, think Jay Dilla. I'm not Jay Dilla. I added some reverb to aid the fruity flanger. And I think same thing, yeah, I just took out the sub and low end. Oh, I did not take out the low end. Okay. Oh yeah, I boosted the highs because all that was playing was this and this plug. But the plug is really low in the mix, so I think I boosted the highs in order to bring it out a bit more. And that's about it for the drop, I think. For the second part, it's just song arrangement, I think. Yeah, here's the part where I took out the sub. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to building tension. Now all the sub is gone, so there's a lot of anticipation, especially since it's very clear that a second part is about to come. So I just took out the sub and just left a different kick in. This kick has close to no sub and does close to nothing. It is just there as a secondary kick. Yeah, took out the sub, boosted the mids because I wanted it to still come through despite it being soft into a soft clipper standard. I took a picture of like a lot of house UK garage. There's this wave on like all sorts of like songwriting technique where the first drop has everything. The second drop you take out a lot of like the snare and it's just a 4 to the floor kick with no percussion, and it always gets like the crowd quite hype for some reason. Oh, it adds a lot of energy to the song. They slowly bring it back in. And during this section I put in the mid-ass kick, because I wanted to keep the rhythm going while not using the punch of the main kick for tension reasons. Yeah, and honestly that's about it. Quite interesting. It's a really simple song. I genuinely don't know why I blew up. I think it's just because it's simple and it's effective. There's no bullshit. But I also got really lucky lah, because I think this is the song that I really put out that put me in like the trance direction, if I recall correctly. Yeah, other than Sakyo. I should cover Sakyo next actually. Yeah. Enjoy.